Welcome to a brand new exclusive interview with the founder. I'm your host Tashiya Segel, and right next to me I have Razni from Care Station. How are you, Razni?
I'm very good, thank you.
So tell me what Care Station is all about and what you do.
Care Station is a non-profit, non-political, non-religious organization working towards community welfare and aiding humanity. So we are a fully volunteer-based organization. We run completely on volunteer power, and 100% of the donations that come in go directly to aid our beneficiaries. We carry out many services that support the communities, and few of the services that we provide are educational scholarships, child sponsorships, and self-employment opportunities, water and sanitation. We construct water wells in rural villages, and we also provide English, remote English teaching lessons for children in rural villages. So those are few of our initiatives, but there's definitely a lot more that we do, depending on each individual case that comes to us.
So Razni, as you said, it's a non-profit organization. What are the marketing strategies that you rely on for your company?
So my goal has always been to inspire other young girls to give back to the society and see how rewarding and fun it can be. So I've always put myself out there and made myself visible with the work I do, so that if there's anybody who needs support can reach out to us. And also we have had many volunteers join us, seeing the work that we do. Also by maintaining transparency and realistic goals with the donors and with the projects that we handle.
That's good. Okay, so was there ever a hardest decision that you had to make?
I think in this field you make a lot of difficult decisions every day. We get many cases reported all the time seeking our support, but due to limited funding we are not able to support all the families that reach out to us.
Yes.
So but the plight of these families cannot be generalized, so choosing the most deserving family to support is always a difficult decision
Oh my
to make.
gosh, I can imagine. Okay, so you must be getting quite a lot of inquiries as well, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
But like all non-profit organizations, we are totally dependent on local individuals for donations. So due to limited funding, we are unable to support all the cases that come to us.
So yeah, I mean, I can imagine. Was financing any difficult for you initially?
Financing was a challenge at the beginning. Because I was very young when I first started, but over the years I think I've been
How young
able
were you?
to-
I'm sorry.
I was 15.
You were 15. Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing. At such a young age you wanted to do this. Okay.
Yes. So at the time convincing people and getting the required financial support was a challenge, but over the years I've been able to secure a space and win the trust of people to establish my own organization now. But at the beginning it was definitely a challenge.
I understand.
So as the head of charity organization, I am answerable to many audiences, our beneficiaries, our teammates, our donors, the board members, and the community and the volunteers, and every single audience has different needs, wants, and goals. So you have to be mindful in tailoring your actions and communications. A relatively minor misstep and you lose trust and reputation. So this is an aspect of non-profits that few outside the sector appreciate or realize.
Wow, that's amazing. And was there ever a point where you failed before you succeeded?
I wouldn't call them as failures, but there definitely were quite a lot of challenges that I have faced along the way.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure you probably have a lot of things in your mind on a regular basis, right? What drives you to get up in the morning?
The knowledge that there are so many people out there depending on our support, to have that direct positive influence on someone else's life motivates me to wake up in the morning and helps me sleep better at night.
Awesome. That's a really good answer too. It's very inspiring. I'm super inspired by all of this. Let's get into a question that I've got pretty much crazy answers to, and it's what really is the craziest thing you've ever done at office?
I don't know if this is something that you could call crazy, but definitely a scary experience.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been someone who's always wore my heart on my sleeve. Despite logic and common sense, I've always followed my heart. So this one time I went in search of a street-bound child. Because I knew she was abused and used as a prop for begging, much against her wishes. So I went in search of her all by myself and was nearly attacked by her drunk parents. So that was quite a scary experience and the craziest thing I've done, probably.
Oh my gosh, how far back was that?
I was 18.
Oh wow, okay. So you really felt for that child and you went after her.
Of course, I predominantly work with street-bound children and the homeless families. So you hear a lot, you experience a lot of scary and you hear a lot of traumatizing stuff.
So Razni, now during this pandemic, there's been ups and downs, obviously. I feel like there's been comparatively bad things that have happened and also good things. But what do you feel for your company? Have you been getting a lot of inquiries? How has it been during this lockdown?
Of course, ever since the lockdown was announced, we've had an overwhelming number of requests coming to us every single day. And as soon as the lockdown was and the curfew was imposed, our team got together and we carried out relief aid in 21 districts. And all our volunteer teams in all 21 districts distributed dry ration packs to daily wage laborers and to all the vulnerable families in the area. We got the support of the faith-based leaders in the area, the welfare society heads, and the Grama Sevakas in those areas. So with that support for 44 days continuously, we were working around the clock, getting the necessary passes and the approvals to stay in the line of law and still do what we can to support these families.
I understand, and you guys did your part in everything you could as well.
Yes, we did. We had a lot of support from the donors, from our circle, our friends, our families, and all the well-wishers who contributed generously towards the cause. And that is the reason we were able to support over 4,500 individuals with the dry ration packs that they needed to survive during that time.
Wow, good job with that. That's
so much.
Absolutely amazing. So now that you're your own boss, would you ever work for someone else?
Of course I would. Actually, up until last year, I was working as a counselor for the refugees in Sri Lanka with the UNHCR. And the only reason I resigned was because I had my son and I wanted to devote more of my time with him.
Okay, so that's fine, right?
Yes.
And going into the future, what do you hope for the company?
I would really like to see it step up in pace and we'll initiate more projects to benefit the vulnerable families. So recently we donated sewing machines for the prison inmates as women empowerment of the women in the prison so that they could earn a living when they are released back into the society.
Okay, cool. Razni, tell me about what your definition of success is.
Success for me has always been in balancing family life and providing a great quality of life for my team and for the families we serve. Success is also standing your ground when you believe in something and working towards it even though not everybody else will understand the purpose.
Yes, okay, that's really good. That's a good answer. So Razni, this next question is from our venue sponsor, Colombo Cooperative. They're all about providing these modern workspaces and also, services for companies of all sizes. And they would like to know what your number one value in business and in life is.
Empathy, that's probably one of my most favorite personal and professional values. The ability to understand the challenges others deal with and what they are going through and what you can do to help them thrive is a character trait I look for in every volunteer I meet.
Okay, so yeah, obviously you need the empathy. Your story has been so inspiring to me, and I bet so many others watching as well. Now, if there's anyone out there, you know, who actually wants to be like you, wants to start their own thing and their own non-profit organization, is there any piece of advice that you could share with us?
Running a charity organization can be one of the most emotionally draining and challenging jobs to pursue. Because reality is often very cruel and unsatisfying. But one has to remain faithful to inner beliefs that things can be changed. You will be working with different communities and you have to adapt yourself culturally to be able to understand them and be empathetic to those differences. If you can be resilient to those differences that this profession throws at you, then you will benefit from the rewards that the job offers. Also, although I had the opportunity of starting my own charity organization many years ago, I realized at the time that charity organizations were most of the charity organizations were short-lived.
Yeah.
So I wanted to gain as much knowledge and experience as possible before I start my own initiative.
Okay.
So I went on to volunteering at many organizations, government and non-governmental organizations, local and foreign organizations for 13 years.
Oh, wow.
Before finally starting my own initiative 2 years ago. So I would advise that you also get as many experience and knowledge before initiating your own charity organization.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, you need that kind of exposure as well. For Care Station, where can people read up about your company and what you guys do and reach out to you?
Yeah, we are a non-profit organization. Y'all can go through our website, which is www.carestation.lk, and get all the information about the work we do. And also, if you would like to volunteer with us, or if there is a deserving family that you think would benefit from the services that we have to offer, you could check through our website or reach out to us through our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are in LinkedIn, YouTube, so you can reach out to us through any of these mediums.
Yes, and you can basically, anyone can basically find out all the projects you've been doing in the past as well. Okay, thank you so much for joining us today, Razni, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me and giving me this platform to share a little about the work we do and about Care Station. And I would also like to say that Care Station isn't mine alone, and it's definitely the effort of all my teammates and all the volunteers who work selflessly, work day and night with us.
Yeah, so I just wish you all the very best of luck, and we're hoping here on The Founder we can do something as small as bring out your organization and let people know a little bit more about it. So there you have it. That's Razni from Care Station. I'll see you next time on The Founder.